My girlfriend favors her best friend over me. What should I do? They say love is blind, but I don't think that's true. I saw everything. I saw the way she looked at him. I noticed the subtle shift in her smile when he walked into the room. The way her body leaned in toward him, just a little, like gravity was stronger where he stood. I saw the way she treated him like something fragile and precious. His name was Liam, her boy best friend. My name's Nathan, and I was her boyfriend. The one who kissed her goodnight. The one who held her when she cried. The one who drove through storms just to be with her when she was having a bad day. I was her boyfriend, but I was never her favorite. I met Eliza at the beginning of sophomore year in college. She was funny, sarcastic, and sharp, the kind of girl who noticed everything and called it out with confidence. She caught me staring at her during a boring psych lecture and smirked like she had already figured me out. By week 2, we were inseparable. She told me about Liam early on. He's like my brother, she said. We've been through everything together. Don't worry, it's not like that. And I believed her. I wish I hadn't. The first time I felt like a third wheel was our 3-month anniversary. We had planned to go to this rooftop cafe downtown. I made a reservation. I even bought flowers. She showed up late, over an hour late, with Liam by her side. Sorry, she said, breathless. Liam's car broke down, and he called me. I couldn't just leave him stranded. I swallowed my frustration. You could have texted me. She blinked. I was in a rush. I figured you'd understand. Liam gave me an awkward smile. Hey man, sorry about that. I didn't say anything. They sat across from me, laughing about some inside joke. I watched her light up in a way I hadn't seen all night. When we got back to my apartment, she hugged me tight. Don't be mad. You know you're the one I'm with, right? I nodded, but something cracked inside me that night. A small, almost invisible fracture. Over the months, it became routine. Whenever Liam needed something, she dropped everything, no matter what we were doing. Mid-date, she'd take his call. Mid-conversation, she'd text him back immediately. I asked her once, gently, if she could set boundaries. She looked hurt. He's been in my life for years, Nathan. You can't expect me to just ignore him. I'm not asking you to ignore him. I'm asking you to prioritize me sometimes. She didn't answer. She just turned away. I started keeping score. Not on purpose, at first, but it was hard not to notice. Liam got homemade cookies when he was sick. I got a hope you feel better text. Liam got surprise visits. I got last-minute cancellations. Liam got emotional check-ins. I'm just really tired right now. And yet I stayed. I loved her. Isn't that pathetic? The worst part was that Liam wasn't even the problem. He was polite, friendly. Sometimes he looked like he pitied me, like he knew I didn't belong in the dynamic they had. He never made a move, never said anything inappropriate, but his presence was overwhelming. He was the ghost in every room I shared with her. Once, we had a huge argument. She had promised to spend the weekend with me, a rare break from her usual schedule. We planned a road trip, just the two of us. The night before, she called me crying. Liam's mom is in the hospital. He needs me. I sighed. Can someone else go? She got quiet. Why are you being like this? I'm tired, Eliza, I said. I'm tired of being the backup plan. She hung up. I didn't hear from her for 2 days. The final straw wasn't dramatic. We were at her apartment, watching a movie. She was on her phone most of the time. I asked who she was texting. She said it was Liam. He's feeling anxious tonight. I nodded. Of course he is. She paused. What's that supposed to mean? I said, slowly, he's always anxious. He always needs you, and you always go running. Her face tightened. You're jealous. I'm exhausted. She scoffed. Of what? Of a friendship I had long before you came into the picture. No, I'm exhausted of fighting for your attention, of feeling like I'm intruding on your real relationship. That made her snap. You don't understand anything. Liam's been through hell. He needs people he can count on. I'm sorry I can't be your little step-4 girlfriend and ignore my best friend just to stroke your ego. I stood up. I never asked you to ignore him. I just asked you to choose me once. Just once. She didn't stop me when I walked out. It was a Saturday afternoon, the kind of day couples usually spend together. But not us. She had canceled our plans again. Something came up, she said vaguely, and I was used to it by now. I knew better than to ask. But this time I needed air. I needed to get out of the house. I told myself I'd go for a walk, clear my head, maybe grab a coffee. That's all it was supposed to be. Then I saw them, across the street, just outside her favorite little cafe, The one we were supposed to try together months ago, but never did. She always said she was too busy or not in the mood when I brought it up. There she was, with him, her boy best friend. She was laughing like I hadn't seen her laugh in months. She reached up and brushed something off his cheek, her fingers lingering. Then she leaned into him and fed him a spoonful of cake. My heart clenched. We had been dating for over a year, and she had never done anything like that with me. She hated public affection, said she felt awkward, said she wasn't that kind of girl. But there she was, feeding him dessert in public, giggling like a schoolgirl, her body language open, relaxed, inviting. He reached out and tucked a strand of her hair behind her ear, and she let him. I stood frozen across the street, watching the girl I loved act like someone else with someone else, someone she swore was just a friend. It wasn't even about romance. It was the intimacy, the effort, the warmth, all the things she used to give me, but now reserved for him. I didn't confront her then. I couldn't. I walked away, but I didn't sleep that night. And the next morning, I knew I couldn't do this anymore. The morning after I saw them, I sat alone at the kitchen table, staring at my phone. I had typed and deleted a message to her 5 times. Everything I wrote sounded either too angry or too pathetic. I wasn't trying to start a fight. I wasn't trying to win her back. I just wanted to understand why. But deep down, I already did. I waited until noon before I called her. She picked up on the second ring, chipper. "Hey, what's up?" she said like everything was fine. "I saw you yesterday," I said quietly. There was silence. In front of that cafe. With him. Another pause. "Oh, you were around there. I thought you were busy." Her voice changed, tight, defensive. I was. We were talking about something important. Feeding him cake and laughing like that didn't look very urgent. She scoffed. "Seriously? You're spying on me now?" I clenched my jaw. I wasn't spying. I just happened to be there. And I saw the truth. "You're blowing this out of proportion," she snapped. "He's just my friend, you know that. I've been with you for over a year. You never once took me to that cafe. Never touched me like that in public. You said you didn't like it. And yet, with him." She went quiet again. "I'm tired," I finally said. "I'm tired of pretending this isn't one-sided. Tired of fighting for a place in your life when he's already taken mine." "You're being dramatic," she said, but her voice was shaking now. "No," I replied. "I've just finally woken up." I ended the call. She showed up at my apartment the next day. Her makeup was smudged from crying. She was holding a hoodie of mine, one I'd left at her place. "I didn't mean to make you feel that way," she said softly, standing in my doorway. I didn't think it bothered you that much." "You didn't think," I said, stepping back. "That's the problem. I love you," she said quickly, urgently. "You're my boyfriend." "He's just a friend," I finished. "Yeah, I know." That line's lost all meaning. She stepped closer. "Please, let's not end it like this. We've been through so much. And every step of the way, I've been competing with someone I was never supposed to compete with," I said. "You always gave him the better version of you." "That's not true." "Yes, it is. You planned things for him. Remember his birthday? You spent a week organizing that party. You made him a cake, a photo album. You held his hand when he got sad. You remembered everything about him. I did things for you too. You forgot my birthday." She froze. "That was one time. It was my only birthday with you. And you forgot. But you made his unforgettable." She looked down, tears spilling. "I'm sorry," she whispered. "Please don't leave me." And for a moment, I want to hold her. I wanted to believe it could change. But then I remembered that image. Her feeding him cake, brushing his cheek, smiling like I didn't exist. "I'm not leaving you," I said. "I'm just choosing me this time." I closed the door. She didn't give up. Over the next few weeks, I got messages, voicemails, posts tagged with old memories, screenshots of conversations with her best friend, where she claimed I was overreacting, that I had abandonment issues, and that she was just trying to help a friend through a hard time. She posted a long note on her Instagram story about how some people don't know how to forgive and how you can love someone and still lose them. Then she blocked me for 2 days, unblocked me again, sent me a playlist titled Us. I didn't respond, and each time I didn't, she grew more desperate, more petty. She texted my best friend, asking if I was seeing someone new. She messaged my sister, saying I was hurting her for no reason. She even posted an old photo of us on her story with the caption, "Some people give up too easily." But I wasn't giving up. I was letting go. One day I got a call from my boss. "Hey, Is everything okay with you and your girlfriend? He asked awkwardly. My stomach dropped. Why? She sent an email to HR, accusing you of being emotionally unstable. Said she was concerned about your behavior. My heart sank. She had crossed the line from petty to vindictive. I spent hours cleaning up the mess, explaining, proving it was personal, not professional. Thankfully, my boss believed me. That night, I sent her one final message. You tried to ruin me, just because I walked away. I loved you, but now, I just feel sorry for you. She didn't reply. 2 days later, she posted a photo with Liam. Caption, my rock. The only one who's always been there. It shattered me. Then came the rumors. People started looking at me differently on campus. Mutual friends avoided me. One of them, a girl named Becca, finally pulled me aside. Hey, Eliza's telling people you were emotionally manipulative, that you try to isolate her from her support system. I laughed bitter. I was the one isolated. Becca shrugged. You might want to talk to her before this gets worse. I didn't. What would I even say? Instead, I let the distance grow. I walked past her once on campus. She looked at me like I was a stranger, and maybe I was. A month later, she showed up at my door. Eyes red, voice small. Can we talk? I let her in. I shouldn't have. She sat on the couch like it was still hers, like she hadn't ripped me apart piece by piece. I miss you, she whispered. I said nothing. I've been thinking a lot. About us. About how things fell apart. I looked at her. You destroyed us. I didn't mean to. You never do. She wiped her eyes. I thought if I showed Liam that someone could love him unconditionally, maybe he'd finally feel safe. And what about me? I asked. Who was loving me? Silence. Then she said something that broke me. I didn't think you needed it as much. We didn't get back together. But she tried, desperately. She'd message me randomly, comment on my posts, show up at events she knew I'd attend. When I started dating someone new, a quiet girl named Rachel who actually saw me, Eliza lost it. She posted long cryptic stories on social media. She told mutual friends that I was only dating Rachel to make her jealous. She even sent Rachel a message, warning her that I was emotionally cold. Rachel showed me the message. I don't want drama, she said gently. But this isn't normal. I nodded. It's just Eliza being Eliza. But deep down it hurt, because even after everything, she still had that power over me. I wrote letters to her in my head. Long ones. Honest ones. Dear Eliza, you turned me into a ghost while I was still breathing. You made me feel invisible, then blamed me for fading. You loved Liam more than you ever loved me, and instead of admitting it, you made me feel crazy for noticing. Dear Eliza, I hope you find peace one day. Real peace. The kind that doesn't come at the expense of someone else's heart. Dear Eliza, I loved you. God, I loved you. And you made me feel like that was a burden. I never sent them. Some pain is better left sealed. Update Part 1. Months passed. The silence was loud at first. I kept reaching for my phone, expecting her name to pop up. I'd hear a song and flinch. I'd pass that cafe and feel sick. But slowly, I stopped checking my phone. I stopped looking back. I started going to therapy. I started journaling. I reconnected with friends I'd pushed away. I took up photography again. Something she said was a waste of time. And I started smiling again. Not because I found someone new. Not because I moved on in the romantic sense. But because I stopped needing closure from someone who never truly valued me. It had been exactly 34 days since we last spoke. Not that I was counting, or maybe I was. After everything she did, choosing him, defending him, brushing off my pain like it was an overreaction, I told myself I was done. I blocked her number, removed our pictures, and tried to forget the way she used to hold my hand like it was the safest place on earth. But last night, she showed up. It was around 9:42 p.m. I had just made myself a bowl of instant ramen. I was half watching a show I wasn't even following anymore. Then, a knock at the door. I wasn't expecting anyone, and when I opened it, there she was. Eliza. Her eyes were puffy. Her mascara smudged. She was wearing that hoodie, the one I left at her place 6 months ago and never asked back for. She didn't say anything for a second, just stood there, hands shaking, like she was afraid I might slam the door in her face. I miss you, she finally whispered. That's all it took for my world to stop spinning for a second. She didn't say sorry, didn't explain, just stood there, acting like time hadn't passed. Like she hadn't let me walk away, carrying all the blame while she ran back into the arms of her boy best friend. I let her in, because I'm weak like that. Because I'm still the guy who used to wait outside her lectures just to walk her home, even if she never really noticed. She sat on the edge of my couch like a guest in a stranger's house. We talked, or she did, about how much she missed us, about how things with her boy best friend weren't what she thought, how she realized now that I was the one who always made her feel safe. She reached for my hand, and God help me, for 1 second, I wanted to grab it. But then I remembered all the times I felt like a placeholder, a backup, the guy she loved but never prioritized. I didn't hold her hand, and as she left, I didn't know what hurt more, that she came back, or that part of me still wished she'd stay. Update number 2. She can't stand that I'm finally moving on. It took everything in me to let go of her, to accept that love isn't always enough when someone doesn't see you as their first choice. I kept trying to fix something I didn't break, and when I finally walked away, I promised myself, no looking back. I started focusing on myself, picking up hobbies I abandoned while chasing her attention, going out with friends again, and eventually I met someone. Her name's Lila. She doesn't try to fix me or make me earn her time. She just listens. And for the first time in forever, I feel like I can breathe again. But of course, Eliza found out. At first, it was subtle. A few vague posts on her stories. Funny how people move on so fast. Some people never really loved you if they could replace you that easily. Then came the late-night messages. Are you really happy? She doesn't love you the way I did. You'll come back. You always do. Then she crossed the line. She messaged Lila, told her I had anger issues, that I was emotionally distant, that I always played the victim. She sent screenshots from our fights, ripped out of context, trying to paint me like I was the problem. And Lila, she showed me everything. She didn't judge. She just asked me, do you still love her? And I didn't even hesitate. No, I love the idea of her. But the reality nearly destroyed me. The truth is, Eliza doesn't miss me. She misses control. She misses having someone orbit her like she was the sun, and I was just another planet begging for her warmth. She never wanted me to move on. She just didn't want me happy without her. But this time, I'm not falling for the act. I finally understand that love without respect isn't love at all. And I may be broken, but I'm healing without her. Thank you for watching, and if you want more content like this, please like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to be updated on my latest stories.